Hello, Africa. My name is Eunice Tony, and this is eTVGhana's African Women's Voices Show. If you're joining us for the first time, this comes your way every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and it runs through for 1 hour. It always is exciting and educative. So if you're someone who is just sitting around without having your pen, pencil, or paper, we will need you to grab it because everything we say here is really important. Now, I'd like to acknowledge all our sponsors who have made it possible for us to be broadcasting to you today. First on the list is Voltic. Voltic says naturally. Whenever you feel dehydrated, Voltic should be what you should be thinking about. And with Voltic, environmentally friendly practices is what is being promoted. Because Voltic is friendly to the environment, they have made bottles that you can easily degrade. This means that when you get your Voltic and you consume, after consuming, you just have to squeeze it and put it in your handbag. Find any of our locations where we pick up empty bottles and just drop it there. We do not want anyone littering the streets of Ghana with empty plastic bottles. Thank you very much, Voltic, for always being friendly to the environment. And next is Sankafa Natural Spices. With Sankafa, you do not need to ask yourself questions around salt because there's no salt and there's no preservatives. It is simply natural. We've got prekasa in it, we've got ginger and all wusa, wusa. I'm telling you, everything you find in a local herbal market is what you find inside Sankafa Natural Herbal Spice. For that soup, for that stew, or anything that needs spices, you just need to grab your Sankafa. And we keep saying to the people who are vendors, you really need to get rid of all those other seasonings because Sankafa is here. And with Sankafa, you just have a lot of sales. People will keep trooping into your shop asking for Sankafa. So don't let your customers come in and be asking you for the reigning spice and you don't have it. You need to grab Sankafa from the people who retail it. So we've been given a lot of good food here in the studio and we really appreciate the meals that have been brought to us. And the meals and refreshments are brought to you by Albi Bite Catering Services. Albi Bite is good with local and continental dishes. Albi Bite is good with soups, stews, whatever it is you want to provide your family with. Trust Albi Bite Catering Services for it. Albi Bite also bakes cakes. You see those cakes that you really want to feel special to eat? Those cakes that are themed? Whatever idea you have, Albi Bite will bring it to life, okay? So call her number right now and place your order for your food, for your drinks, for your cakes, and any form of refreshment, okay? Chana Shita also is #1 pepper soaps here in Ghana. If you haven't tasted Chana Shito, then you haven't started tasting the best of the best shitos. Yes, I said it. Grab Chana Shito and then add it to that rice, to that beans, to that fried egg, or to that particular meal that you want to feel some bit of hotness with. Chana Shito is that particular pepper sauce you would want to do this with. And Chana Shito is everywhere you go. So once you get to our stores where they are being sold, ask for them. You don't even need to ask. You see the beautifully packaged Shito, that is Chana. The packaging is on point and really, really beautiful. So I'm going to be introducing our guests for the day. But before we do that, as usual, we have to go over to our 60 seconds update segment. Oh, somebody's asking about my hair. Yeah, I noticed it. You were asking, this hair is so lovely, right? Well, my hair was provided by Awo's Hair. Awo's Hair can be located at on Instagram, and if you give her a call, she'll provide you with the best of the best natural hair. Okay? So now, let's get down to who styled my hair. The stylist that made my hair look the way it is from Second Image. You know where Second Image is, right? It's at Adabraka, right next to the Adabraka police station. If you've not been there, it means you've really not met with the best of the best when it comes to taking care of your hair. I do my hair there and I really enjoy the service. So I would implore you and encourage you to just drive down walk down, bust down, whichever way, get to second image and have your hair done, and they'll make you smile and glow just the way I am. So before we continue with the rest of the program, I'm going to be taking you over to the 60 seconds update segment where we learn about what's happening with women in Africa and here in Ghana. Do stay tuned.
The Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Vodafone Ghana, Mrs. Patricia Obonai, has charged the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, graduating class of 2020 to build their capacity in digital skills as they enter the world of work. According to her, this will make them remain relevant to their employers during and beyond COVID-19 pandemic as human dependency on technologies is increasing significantly. Delivering a speech at the KNUST 54th Congregation Virtual Ceremony, Mrs. Patricia Obonai noted that it was very important for the graduating students to be digitally literate as many employers are rapidly adopting digital tools to work from home due to COVID-19 safety protocols. An Accra High Court has issued a substituted service to be given to the members of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association over their strike action. The court said the injunction notice should be published by 3 media houses. Notices posted on the gates of the GNRMA office or copies should be left with the security guards. This comes after the nurses proceeded with their intended strike, claiming the association has not received any injunction from any court. The CEO of Malls Promotion and organizer of Miss Universe Ghana, Menaye Donko, has revealed that this year's winner will be appointed and not competed. As the norm, organizers of the beauty pageant would have held auditions and for a number of weeks selected ladies who would battle it out until a winner is crowned on a stage in front of a packed audience. However, this year's is different due to COVID-19 pandemic. In an interview on a Ghanaian radio show, she said, "As a leader, my priority is to ensure that everyone around us, the team and the ladies that will go through the auditioning process is safe." Ghanaian gospel singer PAC Esther has given birth to a bouncing baby girl. Details of her childbirth are sketchy, but the singer has confirmed the news on her Instagram page.
You're welcome back. This is eTV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. Now, down to my costume, I'd like to introduce you to Afariwa Styles. Afariwa Styles is making me look really beautiful, and she produces contemporary ladies and gents African wear. What I like about Afariwa Styles is that she speaks your mind. Just walk into her shop and then all the dresses there will be speaking to you one way or the other. Seriously speaking, when I walked in there, I just felt like, okay, sometimes I don't know what style to tell whoever makes my dresses, you know, or whoever used to make my dresses. But when I walked into her studio, I saw, you know, styles and fabrics that were just speaking to me, like I could identify with the styles that were there. And I want to say to you, walk into Afariwa Styles shop. You'll be able to get styles that you never thought existed, and it will definitely suit you. If you wear size 12, size 8, 14, 16, go in there and you don't even need extra fitting. Once you get into the dress with the right size, believe you me, you will not have issues with fitting. And I would like you to locate Afariwa Styles at Teshi, Rasta Road opposite Container Bus Stop. Afariwa Styles also has a showroom at Osu opposite Asanka Local, and you can call her on 0244 383939 or 0246 719366, or you can find her on Instagram and Facebook, afariwa.style on Instagram and Facebook. You could also WhatsApp her. She's so much into the time that whichever way you want to reach her, she's available for you to speak to her. Not the kind of person that you'll be calling and then she's not picking. Drop that fashion designer who has been doing that to you. She told you that your dress will be ready in 2 days. You call her in 2 days and then her phone is switched off. Afariwa Styles will not do that. They are already made. You walk in and then you walk out with the style that you really love. So we'll be getting into the business of the day. We announced on social media that we're going to be talking with a very elegant lady who is known in Ghana and beyond to be well vested when it comes to information about health and beauty therapy. And I'm talking about no other person than Nikki Philippa Boaponsem. She's somebody that is behind Second Image. A lot of times we hear Second Image and you hardly even see her around it because she's so much into the work. Today we are going to be talking to her on the topic around health and beauty therapy on the Ghanaian woman. So we fondly call her Auntie Nikki. Auntie Nikki, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I also see here that you are also the CEO and Executive Principal of Second Image International Skills College.
Yes, I am.
Beautiful.
Yes, I am.
And it's really a pleasure because your work is really speaking out. I'm feeling very fabulous because today I was at your beauty parlor and they made me look as beautiful as this, and it was so nice. I felt really good. Not saying it because you're here, but I mean that's where I go, and I'm happy to really identify with Second Image. Okay, so today, since we're talking about the Ghanaian woman and her health and beauty therapy, especially because here in GMABC we are talking about, you know, Ghana as a brand, made in Ghana products and the likes. We've been doing that the entire month of September, and we feel that women actually are a very important aspect of the Ghanaian society. And it is said that a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. And you are looking into the health, you know, of women particularly. I know your services may extend beyond them, but your interest really is all about women. But to be able to get our audience to really understand our discussion today, I would like us to be able to decipher or separate some definitions that we probably are not getting right. Sometimes we call someone a beautician, sometimes we say someone is a cosmetologist, sometimes we say someone is a beauty therapist. Are they all the same thing, or is there something uniquely different about these people?
They are all different.
Okay.
You know, because they are all doing some form of beauty service, but not all. Because when you get to a beautician, you might get a limited sort of, the services might not be all. You might get the, you know, the painting on, like the applications.
Okay.
Then you get to the cosmetologist, where in Ghana we are using the word cosmetologist, but then it's actually a combination of somebody who can do the hair and then do skin treatment like facials and other things also. So it's a combination of that. So it's at a higher level.
To be a cosmetologist?
Yes, because you need to know cosmetic science. You need to do, like, you know, the ingredients that are in products and all that.
Okay.
So that is a cosmetologist.
Cosmetologist.
Then we have the beauty therapist.
Therapist, yes.
The beauty therapist works on the skin from head to toe.
Okay.
Because then it's, she works on your face, gives you facial, treats your facial problems. At the same time, she's also able to treat your body problems because she has the knowledge, like anatomy and physiology from head to toe. She will be able to diagnose what is wrong with you, probably before even a doctor. Because after so much experience, you're able to actually locate or diagnose certain ailments that are, you know, we might not treat all. We can refer you to the doctor. But to use the word beauty therapist, it means you know more than like a beautician or a cosmetologist. Yes.
Wow. Okay. I'm really happy we've been able to separate who a cosmetologist, a hairdresser, beautician, and a beauty therapist. Yes. Okay. Let's look at the art of beautifying oneself in the past. How it used to be like. I remember so well that it used to be done with some stone. I don't know whether it's still in use today. Or why was it even what was being used?
When you talk about a stone, are you talking about the Pumice Stone?
Yes.
We still use the Pumice Stone because it's a natural stone, forming stone that has rough edges. So instead of using the metal and all that on the skin, you actually use a product that can, you know, scrape off.
Okay,
like,
so that's what we have on the screen.
Yes, so you use it to scrape off dead skin from the skin instead of using the knife and all those things that some people are using now. This is a natural way of scraping the dead skin. But you also have to be careful because when someone comes and the person is diabetic, you need to be careful not to use it because you don't want to bruise the area and all that. So, you see, before you do some of these things, it's unfortunate that in this environment, everybody stands up to do something. But you need to understand contraindications of certain things that you do. You need to know some diseases that will prevent you from using some of, they limit you from using some of these things. But if you don't know, you can actually, you will be surprised that recently, about 2-3 months ago, a lady went for a pedicure and died.
Wow. Because
she was diabetic, and the person who did it wasn't very qualified, and the person was able, use a sharp object on her, and it cut her. It never healed. Became gangrened, and then they had to like cut off her leg, but then still it was too late. You see, so we need to. You see, people take some of these services for granted, but you need to be very careful who is touching you. Beauty is like, luckily for the African woman, if it's untouched, it's naturally beautiful. But unfortunately, we start using all unnecessary things on the skin, on the body, and then it gives us problems. Then you now need to spend money to correct it. That is where we have our problems. You see, because the skin itself can look after. The skin grows from within. So if you are doing anything, you are eating well, you are drinking a lot of water, whatever you eat, you can even apply on the skin and all that. You see, it's a natural thing. The body can look after itself. You see, sometimes some people are prone to blemishes because they have oily skin. Some people have dehydrated skin where they are prone to wrinkles and all that. That's where we come in.
Okay.
It's topical, just to make sure that you end up having a glowing skin. You see, so we have to be careful what we use on the skin.
Wow, that's really something that we never even thought about.
Yes.
So it means that even in the home, because some homes have these stones, you need to be careful how you use the stone, because once you have a cut and you're diabetic, it's possible that you will be injuring yourself.
Yes. You see, so sometimes the medical, the doctors and things, they have problems with like beauticians and other things, because it seems we are doing things that we are not qualified to do. And then they end up having to deal with it, you see. So we have to make sure that everyone is qualified to do what they do.
Wow, interesting. So I'm very happy you're talking about the kind of skin that we have. You mentioned the fact that some people may have oily skin or very dehydrated skin that will make them to be prone to wrinkles. So how do you perform a thorough skin analysis on a client?
Okay, if you went to someone who is qualified, before even giving you products, the person will want to know, like use a magnifying. First of all, we'll have a chat with you, consultation, and want to know so far the history of your skin.
Okay.
Then they take you in, use a magnifying this to look at there are certain characteristics of, different types of skins. So we look out for that, and at the end of it all, we'll be able to tell you that your skin is either dry or this, and then we can now prescribe the correct product for you, so that you don't, it's because some people are using the wrong product, so they are breaking out. Some people are not using the right product, so they are, the skin is getting too dry and all that. So we have to be careful.
Okay. So it means that a lot of us here as Ghanaian women, it's very important for us to be able to come, seeking your services, to be able to identify what kind of skin it is we have, so that we can use the right products that will be good for us.
It's very, very important, because, you see, especially as you grow, when you are young, you can get away with everything. But as you get into puberty and the hormones start to get crazy, then it means now you have to sit up and take care of your skin. And you need to get the right products. You need to make sure you are not using the wrong product. You are not saying that my sister is, I'm using my sister's products or my friend's products, because maybe you have 2 different skin types. You see, so you need to be sure of, all you need to do, you might not want to spend so much money, but to be diagnosed that this is your skin type and this is how you have to look after it, and that is all you have to do. And then you know how to take care of your skin, morning and in the evenings.
Beautiful. All right, so this will take me back a little bit. I was going to say, so it doesn't mean that you identified that we had this challenge in the system. That's what made you to think about having Second Image as a business?
No.
Okay, so what made you think about Second Image?
Second Image came out of a hobby. I studied, and after I studied something else, I realized that I was like interested in the beauty business. So I looked for the best. That's not even in the country, outside the country. And then I studied it. I studied it very well so that I knew I was going to use it for the rest of my life. And I'm talking about 40 years ago, you see. And since then, you actually grew. When, you know, even before I opened the school, I started the school, I had to study the environment because where I studied, it was mostly Caucasian skin. So they have different problems, and the black skin also has different problems. So you need to know the black skin, how the black skin reacts. And I envied the black skin because naturally the black skin is able to look after itself, though it has some few pigmentation problems. If you haven't touched it with anything, it's there. Apart from maybe hormonal imbalances will give you pigmentation during pregnancy, puberty, menopause and all that. You can use bland products and get away with it, and your skin can look beautiful at 70.
Beautiful. So talking about some of the products that are bland that you're talking about, we actually discovered that you produce yours.
Yes.
Which, because of your experience and expertise in this field and understanding the Ghanaian woman's skin, been able to produce some of them. That's what we have on the screen right now. We are seeing a shower gel. And we can even see a moisturizing cream, cocoa butter,
facial
soap,
cleanser
and facial cleanser. So why would we use a facial cleanser? Okay,
as you grow older, you realize that due to the black skin's pigmentation, when you use ordinary soap to wash your face, and it is not rinsed off properly, residue of it will be on the skin. And so when you're exposed to sun and all that, you get pigmentation. You see that people have different, you know, there's even sometimes the face is darker than the body.
Yes.
You see, so for using a cleanser is recommended because that doesn't have, it can be very soapy, but it doesn't have soap in it, the usual caustic formula for soap. So this one you wash, so if there's even any residue, it doesn't react with the sun. It's just a foamy thing that gives you the foamy nature because black skin wants to even see soap before saying that I washed my face.
Exactly.
You see, you see, so we use it, and then you have to do it in a way that it is not harsh on the skin. Because sometimes people think if I wash my face, it has to be squeaky clean so that it's like everything is stripped off this. But this is, you know, it gets a balance where after washing your face, you still keep your pH balance before you apply your moisturizer.
Thank you very much for what you've told us so far. We are going to be going for a quick commercial break. When we return, we are going to be asking her how best to wash our faces. Do stay tuned. And you're welcome back to eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. Just before we went, on the commercial break, we were talking about how to get our faces cleansed, and she was talking about facial cleanser. Now, I'm going to be asking you, Auntie Nikki, for instance, I've had my makeup done and I get home. So from what you explained, the soap is not just going to get it off.
No.
What should I do?
Okay. Once you're using makeup, it means you need to remove the makeup before you wash your face.
Okay.
And you either invest in a makeup remover, or you can use another, like your milk, like any, evaporated milk. Or you can even use a petroleum jelly to make sure you wipe off the makeup, especially around the eyes.
Okay.
After you've done all that, now you can wash your face.
Oh, nice. I saw a picture right now. What was the person doing? There was a picture on the screen. What was this person doing? Is that what the person is doing?
That's like a mask that is after the, it's a procedure during a facial, but you can also do it at home.
Okay.
It's after you've cleansed, maybe once a week in the house, when you have a good mask, you can, after you've cleansed your face and you are feeling good, you can get a moisturizing mask on your face, keep it on for about 20 minutes and wash it off before you moisturize.
Okay, so if I don't have this mask, or maybe I'm not able to do the mask, you advise that at least something I could do is to get milk, any kind of milk, dip the tissue or cotton bud in it, and then use it to wipe my face first. Before you wash, I apply the soap to wash it. So when does
you don't need to, you know, it depends on your age, but of course you're an adult, so I would recommend a facial cleanser, which is a facial wash, instead of just an ordinary what we call like toilet soap, where we use to take our bath. Wow.
Quite a number of us never thought about it this way, but I mean, it's so good to be hearing it from you that the way we've been washing off our makeup is really not the best way.
It's the makeup. If you don't use makeup, you are fine. You can just use your facial wash and that's all. But if you do use makeup, every night you need to remove your makeup before you go to bed.
Because if I don't take the makeup off, what happens?
It actually harms the skin. It ages the skin because most of the makeup that we use, it has some, you know, chemicals in them, particles in them. The ingredients are not very friendly to the skin. So the more you use makeup, the more you actually age, the skin ages. So it's best to leave your skin to breathe. If, say, your job needs you to be like, to be made up all the time, anytime you are not maybe in front of a camera or something, just make sure that your face is just clean and it can breathe.
It can breathe.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now let's go into how best we could use natural products, especially Ghanaian products, things that we could find around us, you know, in our Ghanaian farms to better our skin or make us have glowing and healthy skin. I know that just before we got here, you were talking about the avocado and some other, you know, food that we could use to get our skin to glow. If you can just take us through them.
Okay, you see, we always think natural products are the best, but sometimes people react to it.
Okay.
So most of the time, I don't like to give it out blandly, like, okay, everybody can use avocado, everyone can use, because some people can react to it. It's like aloe vera and all those things. People react to it.
Yeah, I actually react to aloe vera.
You see, so when you start telling people that you can use fruits, you can do all that, they might react to it. But some people, it might be good for you. So before you use it, maybe you should do a patch test, just behind your ear, and leave it and see how you react to it before you apply it all over the face. Because I don't think you want to wake up the next morning with like hives and all kinds of things, you see. So I believe that the natural, whatever you eat is good for the skin, because you are going to take it into the body, which is also good for the skin. So if you can apply it, it's fine. But you need to know the acidic foods and then the alkali foods, because some of the acidic foods, if your skin is already dry, you don't want to, you know, like, I know people think, oh, I can use lemon on the face, I can use lime on the face. Of course, it can actually burn your face if you leave it. So you have to be careful, because people have sensitive skin and all that. So these things, you need to discuss it with somebody who knows what, you know, what about all these things, so that they will look at your skin, tell you that you have sensitive skin, you have aged skin. Maybe egg yolk is good for you, egg white is good for someone else. So you need to know specifically your skin
what works for your skin.
And what works for your skin, yes.
Fantastic. So people say that hydration does a lot, you know, when it comes to glowing of the skin. How true is this?
Wonderful. In fact, water is like life for the skin. The more you drink water, you see your skin just becomes, you know, if you were like somebody who, like a Caucasian, you see that the life comes into the skin. You see the skin becomes pinkish and wonderful. So I believe that everyone should at least take 1.5 liters or more a day. You see, we say 8 glasses of water, but some people might not sit down and eat it. But make sure that you take a lot of fluids and avoid processed fluids in terms of like minerals and things that have sugary content and all that. Natural drinks, natural fruit drinks, and then a lot of water.
Water.
Yes.
Okay, that's why we say whenever you think water, think Voltic,
Yes.
Voltic, Voltic.
Yes.
So now I know that at least when I enjoy my Voltic, I'm not only just quenching my thirst, I'm actually also hydrating myself and making my skin glow.
Yes.
So if you didn't know that, now today we know. Thank you very much, Auntie Nikki, for getting us to understand that aspect of our health. So now your services are really known here in Accra and in Ghana. Does it go beyond Accra?
Yes, we have a branch in Kumasi, and then we also have a branch in the Volta region.
Okay, it's gone down to the Volta region and in Accra.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So are we able to see what's happening in the Ashanti region around a second image? Director, are we able to do that? Okay, all right. So we're going to be going over to the Ashanti region to see what second image is doing over there.
My name is Nikki Buampansam. Second image offers courses in beauty therapy, hairdressing, and fashion technology.
You can locate Second Image at our Kumasi branch on 020-4403-348. Second Image, be empowered to succeed.
Beautiful. All right, so now that we know that we've got Second Image in Accra, in the Volta region and Ashanti region, we know that it's going to continue to extend beyond those shores. So now, what made you decide to have a training school where people have to get equipped?
Oh, when I relocated to Ghana, that was in 1986, I realized that there was a gap where most people, people were not taking care of their skin the way they should. For that time, a lot of people were bleaching, using all kinds of things to bleach the skin, and they felt bleaching was in vogue. So when I came, that was my initial, was to treat skin, like do facials and everything. When I came, I also saw that there was a need to educate Ghanaian women on how to look good generally, from head to toe. Because at that time, people thought obesity was like a sign of affluence, that you are eating good living, someone is looking after you well, so you need to have fat chicks and all that. So I decided to start with like a slimming clinic where people would come, and then I would give them diets to lose weight, and then we would do aerobic exercises and other exercises. And I also had machines that could at least give you the, the push, because you see yourself losing by using the machines, and you get excited, and then you want to keep it. So, and then we used to walk a lot. You see, the group will walk from 4 a.m. to, it's like, then it was like a club. Beautiful. Where everybody wanted to lose some weight. So it became like fashionable for people to start, thinking that I should lose weight. People from the offices came, housewives came and all that. So that's how we started.
It was a beautiful revolution.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we'll be going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'd like to find out how this revolution in the beauty industry here in Ghana turned out. Do stay tuned. You're welcome back to the show. We were just talking to Auntie Nikki about the revolution she brought about here in Ghana around women who decided to start walking to tone down because they realized that obesity was not a sign of good living. They needed to live healthy and live better, and Auntie Nikki was able to contribute to that. So now, let's talk about this revolution. So as we got people to begin to think about their health, with the walking and everything that they were doing, did you face any kind of challenges, with this revolution? Did people really accept it, or did people feel like, hey, what is this new thing that is coming? Is it really true? This is how we are. We are Africans. We are supposed to be big-bodied, so don't come and bring, some European things to us. How was it like?
Oh, you see, one thing about losing weight, I think everybody wants to lose weight, but it's their willpower to lose weight. So it's like they start and then they backslide and then they stop and they come in. You see, I think everybody wanted to do something. Nobody was complaining. Initially, as you said, few people will think that, oh, Jamie, I'm like that. You see, I can't say everyone in my family is big, so why do you want me to lose weight? But when you actually counsel them and you talk to them, they realize that even the doctors were worried, and they were sending people to us. You see that this person is has to do something. So we put them on a diet. And then normally when I'm preparing a diet sheet for you, I don't do those strict ones that, you know you won't keep to it. So I first will ask you, what do you enjoy eating? Then maybe I'll give you as a treat. You can have it once a week and all that. So some people tried. Up to now, I see people who like 30, 35 years ago were coming to Second Image, and then they haven't done badly because they haven't gone overboard, because they have fought to stay within a certain, like they haven't tried to, just giving up completely, because I think it keeps on ringing in their ears that I have to do something about myself and all that, you see. So I believe that it was a change, but then in everywhere in the world, even when you go to gyms, people pay their yearly fees and they never show up. You see, so it is not only Ghana. People, we love our food, but I always tell people that you can have your food, you can have whatever, but try to do something so that you can maintain what you have now, and then do it slowly. Don't give yourself big goals that I want to be in size 12 by the end of the year. No, it's not possible. Okay. So just take it a little bit at a time, and then it is more important for you to be healthier than even losing weight. So as you do that, you find yourself, though a big-bodied person, but you'll be healthier than somebody who is not doing anything at all.
Interesting. One good thing I also like about the revolution you brought about was the fact that it attracted the attention of the United Nations. Yes. Because they realized that you were beginning to serve a purpose around women empowerment, because you were really educating women on how to live better. And I would like us to be able to let our audience also have a feel of what happened. And even I realized that even one of the Queen of Belgium even came around to observe what was also going on, at your training facility, which I feel is really, really commendable. Okay, that was the occasion. I see Catherine Afeku also there when the United Nations came to visit you. Yeah. That's nice. Can we see the Queen of Belgium? Okay. Yes. All right, so observing what was happening at the Training Institute. I also have realized that in your services, there's a good blend, or would I say a transformation that is not like artificial. So, and we noticed that with the Happy FM mass wedding, how people came in and they were beautified and they were glowing. But you don't see the person and say, ooh, who is that person? Like you see that it's really natural, and really we want to commend you. If our audience can also see what's happening, with the Happy FM mass wedding. And you've been with us all these years, making all the brides look beautiful, and we are really thankful for the support. Wow, that was really a sight to behold. Looking at all those beautiful brides, how you just got them to glow the way they did.
Yes.
And the feedback has been awesome. A lot of them that went through the routine are like, wow, they feel like a lot of, you know, joy inside of them. Even the way the students massage them, the way they handle their face and their body is really exceptional. So just tell us, what kind of service do you provide at Second Image that makes you or sets you apart from any other? I mean, first of all, I would like to commend you with your COVID-19 protocol. I came there and they really had to ensure that I kept to the protocol. Like once you come into Second Image, they ensure that you get your hands washed and sanitized, and even the people who take care of you will welcome you with their face mask, just letting you know that, okay, if you're coming in, please. They're not going to say it to you, but you feel it, you know, the moment you just come in, that you need to protect yourself, and they will also protect themselves as well, you know, so it makes it really beautiful. What are other exceptional things that you do that sets you apart from others?
Oh, I think because of my passion for the job, I've been able to put myself into it and supervise it every time. I think sometimes I feel I should stay behind it, but then I am forced to come forward again to make sure that whatever we do as Second Image should be the best. And I don't compromise with like standards. I always believe that I should give an international standard of treatment for everyone who comes here, even within the college, you know, in Kumasi, Accra, and this, we keep to the international standards. We don't compromise. And because of that, when my students get out, they're able, I'm sure I have some few bad ones, but then when those who are serious, when they go out there, they stand out, because what they are taught, we practice and we make sure you are very good before you leave you know, the college, before we give you a certificate.
Well, that's been good, because I mean, those of them who pass through your school that have had to take care of me, I want to say, yeah, they really do stand out. You know, they stand out so much. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to be opening the phone lines, and I'll be reading your messages to Auntie Nikki. Do stay tuned. And you're welcome back. All right, if you're just joining us, no worries. We are still going to have some more things to talk about before we call it, you know, a night. So, Auntie Nikki, we were talking about the fact that you have started training, you train people, and even those that have gone through your training are able to actually perform well when it comes to meeting with clients. I wanted to know, is there anything else you're also doing in terms of those who are already professionals? Is there something that goes on for them?
Okay, we are on a project where we are retraining the masterclass persons.
Okay.
When I say masterclass, I think those who are doing fashion, and then those who are doing cosmetology, like the hairdresser and all that. We are retraining them because most of them were trained like the traditional ways, like apprenticeship, without a standard. Now, we've put together like occupational standards where we can train all masterclass persons and apprentices across board.
Wow.
Because there's a qualification framework where you now train. And if I train in Accra, if you are in Tamale, it will be the same training. So we are retraining them. They come to the school like twice a week and then go back to the workplace.
Nice.
So that at the end of the day, they will be able to have a standardized, you know, to give out standardized service. So instead of doing it anyhow, because normally you stand behind your madam or your master, and your master will show you, you know, how to do something the way he was also taught and all that. And it might not be standardized, or it might be the wrong thing, not professional. But then I believe that has kept Ghana behind in terms of maybe getting into industries and all that, because most people are not able to do it with, you know, like with precision. Because I am a good carpenter, but then one leg is bigger than the other. And then all that. So it means if you have been taught well with the standard, you should know how to measure the legs of this, so that the left leg should be the same as the right leg.
The right leg.
You see, and it is very important for them. And we are giving them literacy and numeracy and ICT classes also, including yes, entrepreneurship, so that they can run their businesses properly and all that.
That's really beautiful.
So it's a project. It's a voucher like a project where it's been, in fact, there's a voucher GTVP program, and then they are paying for them to come to the schools and all that. So
fantastic.
Yes, they are doing across board. Yeah,
we'll be opening the phone lines right now, and we would like you to call in and say whatever it is that you have in your mind. If it's a contribution, if it's a question that you'd like Auntie Nikki to address, please, you go ahead and do that. The number is 0555 657278. So give us that call. So before your call comes through, I'd like to go on our Facebook page to see your comments there. And I see Irene Zenwabo is waving at us. I see Anita Kwao waving at us. I see Harold Adefio also waving at us. So many of you are waving. Thank you so much. And then I see a comment. Her name is, well, she just wrote her name as Davi. So Davi says that she is in Koforidia, and she would like to say a very big thank you to Auntie Nikki because she has found herself a good job through what she's learned from Auntie Nikki. So she says that she's even able to travel out of the country just to be able to go and make people up for their weddings. Say a big thank you to Auntie Nikki for me. Auntie Nikki, Davi in Koforidia says thank you so much. So I don't know if that's your real name, but Auntie Nikki has heard, okay? All right, so I'm also seeing another message here from Selassie. Selassie says a very big thank you to Auntie Nikki for ensuring that women are empowered and also getting to understand their bodies better. This is something we really need to have taught of our women. Okay, all right. I think what he's trying to say is that he's happy that you're training women and getting women empowered. Selassie, thank you so much. Your message has been noted. I also see somebody also talking to us from California, and the person says, oh, I've been looking out for you. I see a lot of what you do on Facebook and Instagram. I never knew I'll get to see you someday. Auntie Nikki, I'm a true fan. Okay, all the way from California. She said she's a true fan. Okay, all right. So another message here is coming from Sebastian. Sebastian is in Ashalibotre. It says, I've always asked my wife to try and get in touch with you. There was this time I saw you on TV having an interview, and I really liked the way you look. So I asked my wife to try and reach out to you so that you can teach her how to be able to comport herself better. So please, my wife is going to be coming to Second Image. Receive her well for me. Okay, we hear you. All right, and then Nana Koba also is sending a wave. And we also have so many messages here. And that message here is also coming from Francis. Francis says he's in, where? I can't see where. Okay, Central Region. Okay, Francis is saying that he's so happy that today we are having to talk about the Ghanaian woman and her beauty and therapy needs, because a lot of women are not taking care of themselves at all. Unfortunately, the women he has been coming across don't take care of themselves. And he's so happy that Auntie Nikki is beginning to make women understand their bodies better. Good job, Auntie Nikki. All right. Okay, all right. So we still have so many messages here. We may not be able to take all of them, but we want to acknowledge your presence. Those of you who are watching us from diaspora, I see away from Italy, I see away from London, I see away from Kenya, I see away from Botswana, and so many places. So we want to say a very big thank you to you all for trying to be part of this program, and we are encouraging you to continue to watch eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. So today we had the CEO of Second Image talking to us about the health and beauty needs of the Ghanaian woman. Well, the repeat broadcast is brought to you on Saturdays at 12 noon on eTV if you did not start from the beginning with us. But if you did start from the beginning, this show comes to you every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Okay, so do not miss out another exciting episode we're going to bring to you next week. So, Auntie, do you have any final words you'd like to give to Ghanaian women as to how to take care of themselves better before we call it a night?
Okay, I think every woman is beautiful. You just have to from an expert how to look after yourself, and your beauty will come out. You don't need to look like someone else. Be proud of yourself and make sure that you are really, really, you know, empowered.
Good.
You see, I'm talking about your beauty, but then at the same time, use your hands to do something. Use your hands to do something, and you'll never be hungry.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. So until we see you 8 p.m. on Wednesday, I'd like to say good night and God bless. I'm Eunice Tony, and I am proudly Ghanaian. Bye.